Would you be there? Would you still care? Hey, be down for me. See you loving the way I'm pulling your hair. Tell me, would you tell me? Will you still care? Would you still care? Be down for me. Would you be down for me, baby? Tell me, baby. Would you be down in the morning? Will you still care? Would you stay down? Be down for me. Would you stay down for me, girl? Tell me, would you love me in the morning and all night long? Will you still care? Yeah. Be down for me. You feel the same way.
Hey. That was St. Jaimz, the award-winning multi-talented producer St. Jaimz. We still waiting on him. He's having some technical difficulties right now, but that is his smash hit, Tell Me. And if you if you from the late 80s, well, I would say 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe 60s, you remember that jam. That's that old school cut. It got a vibe to it. Welcome to Skrilltown Talk. It's your boy, Mr. Skrilltown himself, a.k.a. Fetty Skrills. And like I said, we just waiting on old St. Jaimz. He have some technical difficulties. So until then, we just going to chop it up. But before that, let me tell you a little bit about him. So St. Jaimz, his timeless voice is bound to blast you back to the iconic sound of the 90s R&B. The Chicago-born musician takes a highly creative approach to music, adding his own innovative spin on the popular stylings of his genre. St. Jaimz' intimate ability to bring back to life the classic sound of R&B has seen him gain the attention of fans, critics, and moguls from every kind of genre. Noting that he doesn't just make love songs, he creates life songs. The kind of tracks that can be returned to again and again for timeless joy and wisdom for years to come. In 2020 and 2021, he has had an exceptional year. And him and his team, his label, Household Name Entertainment, St. Jaimz has gained an independent music following in the last 8 months, unseen with many circles in the mainstream or independent industry in a while. Being Gentle is one of his hits, and then it charted in July 2020, went from the 30th spot to number one indie soul record in the nation on September 6th of 2020. And then it says St. Jaimz as an artist was nominated for and won the best new artist, newcomer, and indie soul for 2020. He just got a lot going on. I've been knowing St. Jaimz for a while now, and I know that he does a lot of production. He said, okay, all right, hold on one second. But yeah, he's done a lot of production for a lot of people, a lot of R&B up and comers. He's done some for a lot of established R&B soul artists. So yeah, St. Jaimz is doing this thing. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the interview. I just got a message from him, but yeah, you got to really check him out. Shout out to Hip Hop Elise. First time I really heard what's going on, Vina Vosnick. Let me see what's happening. First time I heard about St. Jaimz was with one of her artists, Jay Chosen. Shout out to Jay Chosen. Shout out to Riff. Shout out to Nitty Green. They all under that camp. But that was like the first time I had heard of St. Jaimz. But then I started doing my research and reached out to his people and, found out that everybody, especially out on the West Coast, they know about St. Jaimz. They know that he's a, multi-talented producer out there, and he's been doing big things. So yeah, like I said, shout out to St. Jaimz. I wish we could have did this interview tonight. But before I close, let's get into a little bit of business before I close up. So check out the new EP by Square Roots. It's called You Do the Math. So check us out. We got the video will be coming out March 31st. It's produced by Excerpt Beats and Jerome Duffy. They basically comprise the group called Square Roots. Some of the dopest hip hop lyrics I've heard in a long time, and I'm blessed to be a part of that. It's distributed by Squaretown MO Music and Publishing. But yeah, it's a dope 6-song EP. You know, has features on there Chris Calico, Mr. SP. You got Blind Jew on there, and like I said, of course, Excerpt Beast and Jerome Duffy. They spitting fire, but it just brings you back to the hip hop days. It brings you back. I told him when I first heard the EP, all I could think of was a Tribe Called Quest. That's all I could think about. Oh, there he is. Oh, we ain't closing out too soon.
Okay, got
Oh,
it.
there he is. There he is. I was about to close out shop, man.
Weird.
I'm like, yeah. Look at that in the back. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you dealing with a producer like this man right here, is that Mike back there?
Oh, that's Mike, baby.
Back there. Oh man, you got Mike back there. You got the Spotify. You know what I'm saying? The 6-figure. Well, that's the million Spotify streams. So yeah, he doing big things. So thank you. Shout out to St. James for making it. Technology is a mug and it can get to sometimes. So but yeah, what's going on, St. James, man? What's cracking?
Hey man, just got off of a roundtable discussion about the state of the music industry, and I'm so passionate, man. They probably thought I was an angry black man, but what's new in America?
hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been cracking jokes about what happened last night all day. I got so much one-liners, man. I could be a comedian right now with that.
Right.
But but we thank you for being on the show, man. I was just telling them about how I found out about you. I was talking to Hip Hop Elise, and she was telling me about, I'm about to go out there and hook up with St. James. Him and Jay Chosen, they about to do some stuff together. And I was like, who is St. James? So I started doing my research, man, and then I found out, I was like, oh, okay, that's St. James. So yeah, man, hey, you've done a lot, but just before we get into it, I'm gonna play the clip again. So for the listeners that didn't get to see it the first time, play it one more time. But it's your single called "Tell Me."
Mm-hmm.
And can you tell us just a little bit about it and how you came up with the concept?
Oh man, I love classic records, and of course, a lot of people, they kind of discarded R&B the last 15 years, man. Like it's garbage. I don't like that. I get offended when people disrespect R&B, baby. So
right,
for me,
right,
what I'm saying? For real, I'm like, just like rappers, hip hop. I'm like R&B.
Right.
So I love to take throwback records and flip them a little bit to give them a fresh vibe, but that's also familiarity for those that remember. Like, so I took a little bit of the SOS band, Tell Me, Cook, and then a little bit of Brandy's first little verse on the I Want to Be Down record and kind of flipped it. And then to put the rest as original. So it's called a derivative. I had to get licensing clearance to do that, by the way. So I don't play games with this music, man. So Tell Me, man, just isn't a dude to, just enjoying, to want to know if a chick's still gonna be down for you when the morning after or whenever you're done, whatever you do, you do your thing or y'all hang out, whatever. She's still gonna be there. You're gonna still tell me if you still care,
That's dope, man. So who are the other two guys that are in the background?
Oh yeah. That's my brand. It's called Soul Kings. Now that might be them two guys this time. It might be another two guys, Jay Chosen and another guy next time. Soul Kings is my brand where I bring a black man of soulful and we're kings.
Really?
So Soul Kings. And that's just my brand for when I collaborate with other artists on a record with just more than one artist. So I call it Soul Kings. Okay. That's dope. So those two guys are my part of my writing team and vocal team. Kaleo Ross and Tone Malone. I try to groom me. I'm trying to pull people up with me, man. It's hard to do that because a lot of our young black men are just so far discouraged and disgusted, man, and busted. Yeah. You end up hurting yourself trying to help them, man. It's unfortunate. So you go through that all the time. I'm sure you get it.
I get it. And it's, you know what, man, I commend you for what you're doing, bro. Because, it's only a few % of us out here that really want to help, people. So
genuinely.
Genuinely, without something, a handout or something, dollar sign behind it. So, but like I said, I'm going to play it again. It's a vibe, man. I really like it. I ain't going to lie. Because that's one of my jams anyway from back in the day, So
yeah, SOS killed it, boy. Yeah, that's what my cuts.
Yeah, so here we go. Tell me.
Would you be there? Would you still care? Hey, see you loving Be down for me, feel the same way.
That thing, man. That thing, I'm grooving like, hey, that's that skate music, man. You know, you just be like back in the day when you was at the skate parks and all that. But yeah, man. So yeah, just tell us about your upbringing and what made you want to go into music.
Man, my grandmama, man, she was just a great influence in music. Black families back in the day, man. Grandmama ended up raising the kids most of the time in the '60s, late '60s, and stuff. So my grandmama was a church woman, but Monday through Friday, bro, Saturday she was playing Otis Redding, the Delphonics, the Shy-Lights, James Brown, Motown. You just killing it, and that music was so great. It wasn't like a bad music, a bunch of cussing and degrading, and negativity. Right. I mean, you had your moments, but most of it was just some beautiful, inspirational, motivational, heart-touching music, man, that put you in a position to get through tough times and stuff. So my grandmama just instilled that type of music in me, man. And as we get older, we tend to not want to change. As we get older, so what's familiar to us, we gravitate back to it. And that's what we do. That's what we do. At our age, man, we want to hear records that make us feel like we felt in the '90s, or we felt in the early late, I mean, even the '80s, man. And so I just my grandmama instilled in me music, and I love music since a kid, man. I was singing for my supper at the age of 5, man. It's literally tip bucket outside singing Jackson 5 records. Feed the family, bro, at 5. No BS. So my grandmama,
was in Chicago, man.
Right in the projects, bro. Right in the heart of it.
Wow. Was you in Cabrini or which one was you in?
I was in Dearborn Homes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, listen, all of them suck.
All of them, yeah. All them high rises, bro. The Midwest had them high rises.
Man.
In New York City, they got the high rises too, projects. Yeah. But that's dope. So so what took you to like eventually grasp music and say, what, I want to do this full time and I really want have a go at this?
What it was is you get bit by, I think everybody was bit by the industry bug from just early on. When you see the Temptations movie and you see how they got signed, I mean, you just can't help but be inspired when you watch the 5 Heartbeats and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, man, just, I just love music. So you sing, you do talent shows, you have a group, everybody was, and then, I was in the military. I ended up going to the military right out of high school, 18, ended up joining the Army, went straight to the military, 16 years total service. Man, next thing I know, I formed a group in the Army, 3 or 4 other Army guys. We got together, man, and we did a talent show. We won it. They flew us to New York for the Apollo. We didn't get booed, but we didn't win it. We flew all the way from Germany too to go to the Apollo in New York, man. That was
so you were stationed in Germany, huh?
Yeah, stationed in Germany. We flew back. Man. We flew back. What's the flights that they get? The military flights.
Yeah, military.
Yeah. So man, we flew into Portugal, and
what?
I got to tell you, bro, they was racist as hell to us, bro. This was in the '90s. They were treating us like straight Kunta Kinte, bro. It was crazy.
Oh man.
So we fought through that. Like, remember 5 Heartbeats was like, well, if y'all sang a group, won't y'all sing something?
Right.
I got nothing but love for you, baby. So we was like discouraged, but we got to New York, man. We killed it. We didn't get booed. We didn't win, but we were disappointed. So we were coming back through Times Square, and we started harmonizing. Somebody heard us, bro. Took us to Joe's manager at the time when Joe first came out. Joe. Man, we ended up getting a management contract through that, from that opportunity. We ended up doing background vocals for Joe. That was my first experience in the music industry.
Wow. Okay.
So I used to sing. Me and my group used to sing background for Joe. Man, I got bit by the industry bug right after that, and from that point forward, I was just smitten. But it's always it's been an elusive goal for me to sign to a major label.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I would never sign with a major label, bro. Not right now. Right. Never. I would never do it. So, but I love this music. I love making music. I love the industry. I love the music, I should say. I'm not a big fan of the business of music anymore because it doesn't make any good. It doesn't make any sense anymore. You're not making no money. You can't make money. And it's and then artists are literally getting robbed and disrespected. But they're expected to make this quality product, but not make any money back to continue to make the quality product.
It's like forcing you to like you said, the majors are kind of forcing that hand because they know that, when you're independent, you're spending your own money. It's an independent grind, and it's
Yeah.
discouraging when you out here spending, thousands of dollars a month or more, to really make it happen, and it's not happening. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like,
what is it that you want to happen? I mean, you're not gonna
right,
get famous anymore. Ain't nobody coming to rescue you because you can sing. You can turn on the
right,
internet and see a billion singers, a million mugs singing, man, out there. You don't need to,
yeah,
you're not an anomaly, bro. You're actually nothing special in
right, right,
comparison because it's oversaturated. And you got to think
yeah,
about it. This is the only industry where you can get out of prison and you can kill somebody, go to do some time, get out and be a rapper or a singer, and nobody gonna question you.
Ain't
Now,
nobody gonna say a thing.
if you got out of prison and said I want to be an actor, you got to have a Screen Actors Guild card, a membership, be a part of the union. Why is the music industry not regulated where credentials are important in order to be? You shouldn't be able to just say I'm a rapper and a singer, bro. It shouldn't be that easy.
Right. And and like you said, it's like you gotta have goals going in this, otherwise you're gonna continue to discourage yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause I was saying I had an interview last night, and I was talking to Tammy McCautry. She's a media mogul out of South Carolina. But the first thing we said is like, you got to plan, because otherwise you're gonna be disappointed when you just think that you can throw money or throw talent, at things, and it just don't work. And like you said, oversaturated. So last time I looked at something, last year was 67,000 songs that were distributed a day. Now to 70,000. So, how do you compete? I'm gonna ask you, like, being that, you've done it for a while, you've had the experiences with major artists, how the people that you run across, that you produce and with and singing with and songwriting with, how do you, encourage them that, we got to do something different, and how does it stick? What do you do?
It's a tough challenge, man, because we're so stuck into a template of how the industry's supposed to work. People are still thinking old school industry in a new digital age, and you can now listen. I try old school tactics in a new age, and they work. Like, I would still promote. I still street teamed. I still have people blowing up radio stations and contacting. I use a lot of old school tactics that can work. But let's be clear, the mindset of old school mindset has to change, because this is an independent digital age. You call up an artist right now, like, yo, you dope, I like to work with you. They already jaded. They've been hurt. They don't trust nobody. They guard it, and they're protective, and they can't even get the quality product done because they're in their feelings about all the drama they've been through before they met you. And I'm like, listen, you're gonna have to trust me if you want to work. And you're gonna have to come out your pocket too. So that's why I try to partner with artists. I'm telling you right now, man, you gotta love to do this for the love of the art. And if you're doing it for money or anything else, you're gonna be sorely disappointed and hurt. So
and see, that's the thing, is like with you, you got that military experience just like I do. We got something that was instilled in us a long time ago that a lot of people just don't understand, which makes us want it more. And the challenges that would challenge somebody else and they just give up, we don't allow it. You know what I'm saying? Going back to basic training, when they broke us down and they built us back up, we just don't allow it. So, like what you just said, using old school tactics, for new school situations, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. But, the problem is, like you just said, a lot of them don't have that experience with tactics at all, let alone old school, so so they use what they see, not realizing that, it's only what you're seeing. It's not the real, realization of the things. Like, reality is a mug in this industry, as you know. So, like, how would you, like, okay, so someone like the Soul Kings, when you first bring them in on a situation, a project or something, like, what's the breakdown in the conversation in that room? What, like,
well, I'm an alpha dog, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't have to be the only alpha dog in any given situations. There's room for any man can be alpha, and we can all share the situation and be collectively. Like I'm a boss. I don't got to feel anything less than a boss because the boss with more than me or got more than me or look better than me or whatever you want to call it is in the room.
Right.
I just got to stay true to stay in my lane, stay true to who I know I am, and see ego. There's no place in, even though this is a narcissistic, egocentric driven industry, because you're talking about I, my, I. You know what I mean? How can you avoid being on the pedestal, having a level of arrogance and a level of ego involved in something where all you're doing is talking about yourself the whole damn time, and you're promoting yourself and your brand and all that? It's incredible. People want you to be humble and confident. It's like a real thin, delicate line as it is.
It's confusing.
Hell yeah.
It's like you confusing me, man. Like
you're killing me, man. You know, and as a black man, let's be clear, bro. If you're articulate, intelligent, aggressive, know what you want, and driven, you're arrogant. If you're docile, passive, quiet, humble, too damn shy, you're weak. Yeah, you got to pick a side. I'm gonna pick the other side. I'm gonna be a grown ass, aggressive man about what I want, and ain't gonna let nobody tell me what I can't do. And one thing I love about being independent is I got the freedom to put out what the hell I want, when the hell I want, how I want it, release it when I want, talk about what I want, say what I want, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I dare you. I will cuss you the hell out. I'm
Look, you got that military. Hey, what MOS was you, man?
Hey, man, believe it or not, you're gonna crack up. Chapter's assistant.
What? Oh, was using the 50s, right? That's a 50 number, right?
Huh?
What's the MOS?
It used to be. I think it was a 54 golfer or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, that's what I was like. All right, okay.
I can't remember, man. They changed MOS so many times for certain things. But my first job was a cook, man. I was a 94 Bravo at the time. And they told me I was gonna be a gourmet chef. I ended up being a short order cook. I was pissed.
Hey, you was ting.
Yeah. Hey, everybody love you when it's time to eat, though.
Oh, they do. Yeah. I one love to all the cooks at the chow halls. Cause
Come
boy,
on, man. Hey, I be singing. They coming through the line. I be singing in the morning. They're like, boy, you be on a record label. You only be in here flipping pancakes and eggs.
Man, hey, they have some of the best breakfast though, man. When you hungry, boy.
So the breakfast was real deal.
That's dope, man. So like getting into the producing part of it, like, you know, how did that come about? Because I know you singing, and you know, like you said, you've been singing since the age of 5. How did the production part of it come in?
Man, just wanting to control the narrative, man. You know, when you are dependent on producers and engineers and people to put your stuff together all the time, man, you know how that can be. Them guys, you know, their time. Them guys are they get more arrogant than a singer sometimes. Producers, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just got tired of begging people for stuff and getting mediocre, but they want a bunch of money for some garbage. You like, So you start learning how to do stuff, or you find a team of people that do. Like I got a really good producer that does a lot of my music. Like he'll do the basics of it and put it together, and then I know what I want, and I'll add this, or I'll put live bass on it, put guitar on it, and extra elements, and then I will go in the studio and take that shell. People got it twisted, man.
Yeah.
I don't care how good a track is. A track don't mean nothing if you don't put nothing dope to it.
Yep.
So
quality.
I make records. So I produce records. What I do is I don't actually produce music, the tracks itself. I can hear stuff, and I know how to, like, I'll sit down with a producer and come up with melody, and I utilize the tools that I have. But what I do best more than anything is put together the record, the arrangement, the vocals.
See, that's me. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't make beats, but I'm gonna put it together, and it's gonna come out the way it need to come out.
Exactly, and that's what I do. So, and I love that part, and I love taking an artist and putting them in the booth and producing their vocals and pushing them past their abilities and making them work for it, man. Because people are lazy these days, man. Just because you can sing.
You can't get them, man. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation, man. Yeah. These artists and their feelings, they go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, what's your strong suit? Like, out of the singer-songwriter, the singer itself, the producer and executive producer, you know, which one? Like, when people go to, you know, St. Jaimz, what do they, for the most part, go to you for?
For the music, the singing. Put the records that I'm actually on, that I sing like on, or put vocal. I'm the artist on. Yeah, they like the St. Jaimz music artists as the artist. The stuff I've been putting out, it's amazing. So I'm excited and blessed with it. I got so much new crap. when I say crap, I mean just this industry just crap to me, man. I'm so sick of the game of it all, bro. I don't mean to sound that way.
It's overwhelming, man.
I want to be encouraging to artists, but I don't want to sell y'all no pipe dream. This is a hard industry. I don't want no empathy, sympathy. I chose this business, and I got to tell you, I'm not always happy with the choice I made to do it. But I love music so much, man, that when you play a track, you like, it changes how you feel. Like I could be ready to slap somebody in the industry. I'll put a record on, I feel better.
All right, Shook.
Right, real talk, man. People in this music will make you want to tear them up, bro. They make you want to beat their butt, man. But you see what your boy Will did.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, man, should I bring him up? But now, I ain't gonna call you Will. I'm just call you Shook for right now. Next week I might call you Will though.
Yeah, call me Will. I'm ready to call me Will because an open hand slap is the worst insult to a man.
Man, that's
you slap a man like a chick, boy, like you slap a woman like you would slap a female or do some kind of beast slap, man. That's not cool. Not cool at all, bro.
Hey, what was the dude's name on 5 Heartbeats that had
Eddie
You know what I'm talking about, Red or whatever.
Oh, Big Red. Yeah, my
Big
office
Red.
hours are 9 to 5.
Yeah, what are my hours? What are my office hours? Yeah, that's one of those type of moments. But
right. Wow. Yeah. I feel bad for both black men on that platform, man.
Yeah, man.
Will's been a class act the whole time, bro. So he gets the pass here from me. I mean, I'm sorry, but
it is what it is.
And then my whole thing is Chris Rock. He a good dude, man, because he took that like a man. I would have made I'd have chased after him and knocked him off the stage, bro. It been some battling going on,
bro. That takes a lot of composure to get slapped like that and just not react how you just said. So I had to rewind about 4 times to make sure it wasn't stripped. I'm like trying to catch stuff, but I'm like, nah, that
man, hey. I don't even want to watch it, man, because I feel bad for both of them brothers, man, specifically Will. Man. But hey, I'd rather him had to hit Chris than Jada.
That'll be
Because that's what he really want to slap. Because that's what he really want to slap the hell out of his wife. I already know. I know what that's like.
Man.
I'm just saying, I know what it's like to just be so frustrated with your woman, man, that you're just like, what the hell? And then, he been quiet about all his stuff the whole time. He ain't never had really much of any really serious scandals outside of the divorce with his son's Trey's mama and all that stuff. But Will's been really good about keeping his business, his nose clean for a long time.
Right, and he's a stand-up dude.
He's a stand-up guy, man. Yeah, and for her to put all that business out there on that red table talk crap, man, and embarrass that man and emasculate that man. Women these days are emasculating us brothers, man. I wish a chick would, bro. I don't play that. I'm an alpha dog. You better sit down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that generation that we talking about right now, alpha dogs, real men. I posted something earlier. I was like, obviously they forgot about us. But we still out here. We still out here. Hey. We might be older and wiser, but trust and believe, we still out here.
Yeah, you pushed me the wrong way. You're gonna wish you hadn't said nothing to me. I'm just letting you know.
And it's just, it's all about being headstrong as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we're lacking in society is people being headstrong and being, they say like in relation to the music, we'll say that I want to be independent. I want to do this. I want to do that. But in reality, you really not wanting to be independent because when someone like us come to you with the facts, that changes a whole conversation. That changes a mindset of somebody saying that they really want to be independent. So as far as being a man, it's the same way. It's like either you're going to be a man or you ain't going to be a man.
Right.
It's your choice. It's up to you. Don't look behind you and be like, because it might just be you. You got to stand for yourself. And that's why I say, like, I've always been an advocate on, like, if you're not going to college, go to the military. Because those are the things that they taught us. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, we work together as a team, but you still got to be a leader at the end of the day. And you know what I'm saying? You have to be a leader and you have to be able to lead. And I don't see a lot of that nowadays. I see, people not doing their research, number one.
Right.
looking on TV, and I tell them something. They say, "Well, I seen that, on MTV. I seen that, blah blah blah," or but it's like, did you read though? Did you do your research? And they're like, "No, I didn't do it." It's
Did
like,
you read?
so
Can you?
yeah.
Hey,
Did you
can
read?
you read?
Can't you? You know what? Yeah. I might have to put that as a disclaimer at the bottom of a lot of stuff. But as far as that, like, how important is educating yourself, especially with us, like, being older and it's a new game out here, and how important is it to educate yourself in this industry?
Man, just that goes without saying. I think it's kind of self-explanatory, man. If just because you don't have the information, don't absolve you from accountability and responsibility for whatever you end up finding yourself going through, because you don't know.
Right.
You got to ask questions, you got to learn, and and unfortunately, like anybody else that came through this ranks of this industry, man, you got to pay your dues. It's unfortunate. Why should you have to pay your dues? I don't know why we have to pay our dues in everyday life. I mean, it's just a part of living, man. You get up and you come out the womb. You on a road towards learning a bunch of valuable lessons from the time you start crying out of your mom's womb. So get over it. So what I mean, what you gonna do? You just gotta keep moving. But yeah, man, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta learn the business. And you're gonna go through some ups, downs, and successes and failures. And there's gonna be days where you're gonna want to cry. I've cried to boohoo over this industry over years. I've been angry. I've thrown stuff. I've thrown tantrums. I've been frustrated. I've been pissed. I've cussed people out. I've acted like a fool. I'm literally depressed. I've quit. I've walked away. I took a 7-year sabbatical. It's discouraging, man, because then on top of that, then you got all that going on top of being black. We ain't got the same problems white artists got. We got worse problems. We got all that to deal with. We deal with the same stuff white artists deal with, just doing music in general, but we also we're black trying to do it, and that makes it even double hard. Like everything else, we got to work twice as hard than anybody else to do what we do. So
struggles out there, man.
I don't wish this on nobody. This industry's not for the faint of heart, bro. If you got a weak heart, this the wrong business for you, man.
And you get people, like you said, he said, "Fuck, man, it shouldn't be like this." Christian Baldera said it shouldn't be like this. You're right, it shouldn't be like this, but it is. And honestly, me and St. Jaimz share the same story. I took a 13-year hiatus and when I took it, it was in 2007, 8, I think it was. And what happened was I had all these opportunities on the table, deals with Koch Records, and because I had a label, so I was managing 10 artists and producing, and we had all kind of deals with different artists that want to bring us on. Because, back then you could bring a label you could bring your label to, a major, and they'd sign the whole damn label, you know what I'm saying? So I had all these situations. But like you said, it's frustrating when things aren't working in your favor. So what did I do? I had men problems. I had a wife that didn't support me. You know what I'm saying? I had, problems with baby mamas that wasn't, all they wanted is that check. You know what I'm saying? So eventually what I do, I backed up. I called in my people, in my squad, and I said, after we finish this project, I'm done. And everybody was shocked because you go hard for so long. Then, bam. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I did it in 2010. I walked away for 7 years, bro. 7 years. You imagine the catalog? I got a dope catalog now and building. Imagine where I would be if I didn't quit that 7 years. But I was so heartbroken, man. In the 2010, you got to remember, R&B was just garbage. Like nobody was terrible rhythm and blues, bro. You wouldn't get no love if you was singing. You was like, what the hell is going on? So about 2010, every black artist I know was singing pop records. Joe, everybody was singing all that. Justin, and white boys was winning best new Grammy for R&B. I'm like, how are white boys winning R&B Grammys? What? It was crazy, man. So I was discouraged. I walked away from it, man. And I just got bit by it again. I love music. I love making records, and I love what I do. So, but I'm still ready. I'm ready to retire again, bro. I'm ready to walk away again. But this time, I'm leaving a whole bunch of music, a whole bunch of content, and my YouTube, internet, my website, all my catalog, and my streaming platform is going to be saturated so hard You're gonna have to people have to go back and find my old stuff and be like, this dude, what was I at? Okay.
Real. And okay, so before we get you off here, I got 2 questions. Number 1 would be that plaque behind you, that million stream plaque. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, actually, it's 3.5 million, but I wanted my first one. Like, hey, get your first dollar. When you get your first dollar in your business, you frame your first dollar. That's old school. So I wanted to kind of like highlight how hard it is for an artist to get a million organic streams without paying for bots and stuff.
Right.
That's hard to a million, and technically a million equivalent to platinum. So I don't care what nobody say. I'm platinum.
Yeah.
So
anywhere else it is.
Exactly. So I got a million streams, 3.6 million streams on that Gentle single, Being Gentle, which is my first song. Yeah. I have 11 million streams on the Throwback to Covers Volume 1 project. 11. So I'm sitting at about 40 million organic streams since May last year.
You are grinding.
Come on. And they organic, bro. And guess what? Still waiting to get paid from Spotify. Yep. They ain't pay nobody nothing, bro. Since August, bro. 8 months. What the hell is going on?
That's what I'm saying. They trying to figure it out.
Well, they better
is it a PPP?
Well, they waiting for that PPP? And the crazy thing is, I got the PPP. They gave me $104,000.
Damn.
I put it all into the company, man. That's what the company's for. I hired my staff, hired people, put it all in the company, man. And I got loan forgiveness. Believe it or not, I qualified for loan forgiveness. In less than 8 months, I paid that loan off. So now they blowing up my phone trying to throw money my way now.
That's a blessing, man. Yeah, that's a blessing. 6 figures.
I'm good.
On PPP. I was saying the Spotify got the PPP, and now they trying to figure out.
Man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be quiet because they'll take your shit down.
My bad. Yeah, don't if y'all listening.
Don't say nothing about Spotify. I ain't saying nothing.
I ain't got paid either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I need let them pay me first.
Right? Yeah, pay me and then I'm gonna talk shit.
Right, I'm talk shit after you pay me. But yeah, man. But listen, man, I just want to help people, man, out there. If you're looking to get your music to another level, I got a promotions company. I got a lot of stuff figured out with independent radio. I got my own radio station, promotions company, label, all of it, bro. I'm ready to go. Content for days. Jay Chosen and I are still, we got a project with him, man. The problem is you can't put a record out without a budget, bro. You just can't
you gotta have a budget. You gotta have a budget. Yeah.
And let's be clear, a lot of people looking like us ain't got money like that, bro. It's even hard to look. And then look at, we in war, the gas prices out of control, inflation's astronomical. People ain't got time to be paying for music when they got to put gas in the car and feed their family, man. Let's be honest. Tough time.
You're right, bro. So if artists want to collaborate with St. Jaimz, what would they need to do, and how can they contact you?
You can hit me on any social media platform. I'm everywhere. Google. You can hit me directly on IG in my DMs. You can go to my official website, drop an email. You can hit me on Facebook. I'm very tangible. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna get a DM and act like I ain't see it. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna respect you because I know what the hustle's like. I'm like a player coach. I played the game and I know how to teach the game. So it's the same thing with the industry. I'm an artist and I know how to do the business. So you're gonna get the best of both worlds. And if you want to work, hey, let's work. But remember, this stuff costs money, and you can't be selfish, bro. You got to be open-minded, and you got to trust the process, man. And unfortunately, people don't even know what the process is and already jaded and guarded. So how you gonna get somewhere if you can't even trust somebody to take you somewhere? If you got to trust me to get you to the destination, if you can't drive.
Yep. And now you listen. Those who are listening, this man got 40 million plus streams. Listen to this man. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what he has to say. When it all boils down to it, he's telling you that you just gotta have your stuff together. Don't just go in this saying, I want to rap, I want to sing, I want to be it has to come. It's like a basketball player. You're never making it to the NBA if you don't practice and you don't get, trained, and you don't go to school and, learn how to play team sport. It's all about building yourself up. And it's the same thing with the music career. So,
yes, sir.
So last one out. Okay.
And unfortunately, real quick, I just thank you for your time again, man. What's most important, man, is just believing in yourself. Because there's so many people down there to tear you down, tell you, sit down, you whack, or gonna hate on your stuff. I mean, as good as I'm doing, man, I'm not getting enough engagement that I should be. I should not. I should be getting a lot more love from people than I just.
You got good music, bro.
It's crazy, man. But I think systemically, man, we got to learn how to love ourselves in order to love other people. What other people do. If we hate our life, we're miserable, our stuff all hot mess, we ain't gonna show no love to nobody else. It's just impossible. We just can't do it. We don't have the energy. So those are out there that's not supporting, man. Support the next guy, man. Support him, man. Even no matter what, a like ain't gonna kill you. To heart something, to leave a nice comment, an emoji, or just to even just support the guy, stream his record, or show some love. And you know, most importantly, stay true to yourself and be humble. And most importantly, pray.
Absolutely. Hey, that's number one. So before I get you off here, are you doing any type of performances or anything like that out in your area, or are you just chilling, laid back?
Nah, listen, I'm not vaccinated, and until I did make a decision on that, I'm not. I caught COVID back in August and almost passed away from it. It was crazy.
Damn.
I lost 51 pounds. I was in a coma for 4 days, just dehydrated and malnourished, man. That COVID almost took me out of here, bro. So I thank God for the opportunity to have overcome it to this point. But live shows for me are almost. I mean, are you paying attention? Do you see these live shows, man? Have you been watching these cats? These cats.
I ain't been to none. I've seen it on TV,
but they don't sound good. It's incredible. Yeah. They don't sound. A lot of them don't sound great live, and I don't want to be embarrassed, man. I can't. My show got to be dope, like for real, like impeccable, like the band, the background, the stage, the lighting, everything. So if I'm not gonna sing to no backing track and embarrass myself, bro, I'm not doing it. I'm a recording artist first. So if you want to hear me, you can play that, push play every damn time. It's gonna sound the same every damn time. Push play.
Hey, you know what? That's what we missing is recording artists.
Right.
You know, not just artists. That's what we really missing. Because I know probably so many artists that ain't never performed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've only been in the studio and made tracks. They've never performed. So yeah.
And a lot of times they don't understand that you got to learn what you recorded. You got to learn how to sing what you recorded. That means practice. It's like working out in the gym. Your body ain't gonna be in shape if you don't hit the weights and you don't know what you're doing. You got to train.
You be breathing hard and forgetting words and all kind of stuff.
And pitchy as hell.
Yeah.
No, baby, I will not do that. I will practice for 6 months. Remember back in the day, the Temptations, Motown, they used to go hard in the paint.
Yeah, you had to rehearse.
Got on the road.
Yeah, you had to rehearse. You had to have your steps down, and you know what I'm saying?
Hours and hours and hours and hours of time. These cats go to do a couple of band rehearsals, 3 or 4 band rehearsals, and ready to get on the road. No, bro.
Nah.
And then wonder why they put their presentation is horrible because you didn't put in the time, bro.
Yep, it's a one and done situation.
About this stuff, man.
It's a one and done situation. If I come and see you and your performance sucks, I'll never go see you again. It don't matter if it's 10 years. You know, you didn't got better. It ain't gonna matter. It's,
first impression, bro. So but don't get it twisted. I can kill it live. What I won't do is embarrass myself. So until I prepared and got my band together, all my stuff together, and I'm ready to go. You're gonna hear my stuff, my records. That's it. So if the records ain't good enough for you, sorry. You know.
All right, man. Well, I ain't gonna keep it too long. Hey, you put it to them to see that's that generation I'm talking about. We slapping people on stage. You know what I'm saying? We telling them how it is on the interview. Hey, just get with us, man. Like, but no, I want to thank you, St. Jaimz, man. I'm glad it worked out.
I'm glad we finally got a chance to do it. We've been trying to get this interview, man. Anytime, brother. Anytime you need anything, man. Coco gonna make sure we get you all the new music before we even drop it.
Bet. And I got some opportunities because now that I know you're doing promotion and marketing, you know, that's my biggest base right now with artists. So we most definitely gonna chop it up, man.
Yeah, I also got an in on the streaming, organic streaming. So I got a company, it's called Distro Hub. I can get you organic streams. Playlisting is a tough call, man. A lot of them curators are taking these people's money, man, and putting them on the bottom of the playlist and then wonder why their streams count. I don't do all that, man. If you need some streams, organic streaming, holla at me, man. I got an insight on it, but it's all legit, all organic, no BS, no games, man. Bots, they will take your stuff off of there if you're fake streaming, man. Stop that fake streaming.
I keep trying to tell people, like, you know, I'll try to offer my services. Oh man, I got another plug. I'm like, all right, bro. Well, you go ahead.
They taking the snatch your music off of there quick, boy, for them fake streams, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. Boy, like I said, bro, hey, bro, I appreciate it again. Like like he said, go to St. Jaimz, type in St. Jaimz, you can find them anywhere.
Yep, stjaimz.com, my official website, stjaimz.com. I'm all over social media. And at the end of the day, man, keep on supporting R&B music, because rhythm and blues, man, that's black folks, man. The rhythm is the beat and the blues is the story. You got to feel the music and you got to tell the story, baby.
You heard that. So, yeah, for all the ones that tuned in, I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep tuning in. Keep checking out St. Jaimz music. And until next time, we are out. 100.
Hey, God bless you, man. Thanks for your time.
Other than being a superstar, that's somebody's child right there. That's somebody's nephew right there. That's somebody's father right there.
What's good, everyone? We out here shooting. You might get shot. Square Roots in the building. Excerpt Beats. Rome Duffy. March 21st. Be on the lookout. You do the math.
Eyes on me feels like I'm about to beam up. The shining and focus lights on me. Long beard with a head wrap. Has people ready to fight with me, yet I'm bearing this.
You should stay in square instead of acting tough. Get caught up in some stuff to end up locked up in some cuffs, or stuffed in a pine box, or put in an urn. That's a hard lesson to learn. Playing with firearms will get you burned.
Could you mic?